You are listening to Pilot Season, the show that revisits the television pilots that started it all, from classic sitcoms to groundbreaking dramas. We go back to the very beginning and ask one simple question. Did this first episode create a television classic? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 4, and overall Episode 14 today. We're traveling to the streets of Baltimore, where every decision has consequences. Every corner tells a story, and every institution is connected. We're revisiting one of the most acclaimed dramas in television history, The Wire. In The Target, Detective Jimmy McNulty's concerns about a powerful drug organization catch the attention of a judge, setting into motion an investigation that will expose the inner workings of the city. As police begin gathering information, it quickly becomes clear that this is much bigger than solving a single crime. This is a story about systems, power, politics, the streets, and the people trying to survive inside of them. Long before prestige television became a phrase, there was The Wire, a series that challenged audiences to pay attention to every detail and rewarded them for doing so. We'll discuss the unforgettable characters, the realistic storytelling, the world building, and why many people still consider this one of the greatest dramas ever produced. Did this pilot immediately establish the tone of the series? Did it build a believable world from the very beginning? And does this first episode still hold up more than 20 years later? Let's find out.
Welcome to Pilot Season 2, right here on Indie Radio. The show that goes all the way back to the beginning and revisits the episodes that started it all. Every week, our panel takes a look at the very first episodes of some of television's greatest live-action comedies and dramas to answer one simple question. Did the pilot make us want to keep watching? From legendary sitcoms to groundbreaking dramas, we'll revisit the moments that introduced audiences to unforgettable characters, iconic locations, and stories that would go on to become television history. This season, we'll be discussing television classics such as Sanford and Son, Squid Game, Living Single, The Wire, Breaking Bad, Downton Abbey, Curb Your Enthusiasm, The Andy Griffith Show, Atlanta, Prison Break, The Leftovers, Family Matters, The Big Bang Theory, and many more. Each episode, our panel will discuss the acting, writing, directing, memorable moments, cultural impact, and whether these first episodes still hold up today. So sit back, relax, and join us as we celebrate the television pilots that launched some of the greatest shows ever made. This is Pilot Season 2, right here on Indie Radio. And now, here are your hosts, Kinte, Jen, Renee, John, Olaf, and Alan.
Hello and welcome to an all-new episode of Pilot Season. I am one of your hosts, Kinte, all the way live from Los Angeles, California. And I'm joined here by my wonderful motley crew of co-hosts. We have the return, the triumphant return, the Gandalf-like return. Jan, how you doing?
Oh, I didn't even think that was for me. That's so funny. Hi, everybody. Yes. Sorry I missed the first or last epised.
Aww.
She would be...
But I'm happy to be here now.
Instead of Gandalf the Grey, she'd be Jen Goff the Sixth.
Okay, why don't you leave the Tolkien to me and we'll just continue on our merry way.
All right. No singing like The Hobbit.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking Tolkien.
Oh yeah, that's our next one, talking Tolkien.
Yeah, there you go. That's for you. Yeah, there you go. Copyright real quick.
I don't think Jen would have any thoughts on any of Tolkien's work.
No. I wouldn't have any thought. My head is empty as a paper bag after shopping day.
Empty as Joey from Friends.
Oh.
But I'm pumped. All right. So joining us as well is the beautiful, the talented, the mysterious Maryland native. So we're going to be talking about her neck of the woods. It's the one and only Renee.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Kinte. How you doing?
Great. And you worked in Baltimore, so you'll be able to talk about Baltimore. And you live a hop, skip, and a jump from Baltimore.
Not too far now, yeah.
Yeah. So, but there ain't no hopping or skipping or jumping in Baltimore.
If I was on this episode, I would be hopping, skipping out of there.
All right. And also we have Santa himself, Olaf Barbosa.
How's everybody doing? It's like, I can't wait to get into this. Episode should be interesting, and just hopping around here in the great state of Indiana, we don't have all that stuff here that they got there, so
yeah, thank God.
Interesting. Well, okay, yeah, we don't have all that there if I stay in the house. If I get out of the house, you never know. It's like, all bets are off.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am so glad that you are here, sir. And I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this podcast tonight.
Me too. So, I'm not sure what they're going to be, but I'm curious to see what here we are.
All right. Joining us once again is the man, Mr. Carter Comics himself, Alan Carter. What's up, man?
I'm doing pretty good. This was a first watch for me, so it's going to be really interesting.
All right, a first watch, a virgin. I love it. We got two virgins, right? Because Olaf hadn't seen it either, right? So
nope.
Yeah, so we got a couple of virgins in the house. We'll be gentle. All right. So, and last but definitely not least, the man with the plan. It's the one and only Mr. Eyesight himself, John. How you doing?
What's up? I'm looking forward to talking about this show. It's obviously a lot of history here, and you're the one who introduced me to this show. So, yep, we already know what this is. This is a beyond iconic and legendary show. One of a rare example of just a lot of things coming together properly. That's what this show is. So, yep, looking forward to talking about it.
All right. Well, I am so glad that you are here and that you are here to talk about this fabulous show. All right. So before we get into the episode, we got to update the scoreboard. We weren't able to show it in the last episode, but as you can see, we have, after 3 episodes, we have a tie for first place. Saffron and Son is 46.5, Squid Game is 46.5, and Living Single is 43. So we will find out today if if The Wire can crack the top 3. All right. So I'm going to play a little brief history on the show. So here we go.
Before creating The Wire, creator David Simon built his reputation with 2 acclaimed projects based on his experiences as a journalist covering crime and urban life in Baltimore. Simon first adapted his 1991 nonfiction book, Homicide, A Year on the Killing Streets, into the NBC television series Homicide, Life on the Street. The critically acclaimed drama offered a realistic look at homicide detectives in Baltimore and helped establish Simon's reputation for authentic storytelling. Simon later co-created the HBO miniseries The Corner, based on his book of the same name written with Ed Burns. The 6-part miniseries examined the lives of residents struggling with poverty and drug addiction in West Baltimore. The Corner received widespread praise and won several Emmy Awards. Following the success of The Corner, HBO initially expressed interest in developing it into an ongoing television series. However, Simon had a different idea. Rather than continuing The Corner, he wanted to create a broader drama that would examine not only the drug trade, but also the institutions surrounding it: law enforcement, politics, schools, labor unions, the media, and the criminal justice system. Working with former Baltimore police detective and school teacher Ed Burns, Simon developed The Wire. HBO ordered the series, which premiered on June 2, 2002, set and filmed largely in Baltimore. The show used a novelistic approach to storytelling, with each season focusing on a different institution while remaining connected to the city's largest social and economic realities. Although ratings were modest during its original run, The Wire earned widespread critical acclaim for its writing, realism, and ensemble cast. Running for 5 seasons from 2002 to 2008, it is now widely regarded as one of the greatest television dramas ever produced and a landmark achievement in television storytelling.
All right. Wow, that was a mouthful. Let me first start off by saying that, last season we did review the pilot episode of Homicide: Life on the Street, which was a fantastic show. The writer, as it said in our brief history, David Simon, it was based on his book. He became a TV writer on that show, I think around the 3rd season, and that's where he made his bones. And then he converted his another book, which turned into The Corner. And actually, maybe next season we might even have to do The Corner, which is a fantastic miniseries as well. A lot of people don't know that this show was they wanted it to be The Corner, the TV show, because it was so popular. And he did the right thing, because that would have been exploitive, I felt like, if you ever seen The Corner. So I'm glad that he did it the way that he did it, which was he decided to create this show, The Wire. And just to let you guys know, is I watched the show from the beginning. I was a day one watcher, and I remember at the time I would be telling everybody who would listen, you got to check this show out. This show is amazing. And I would always talk about it because, I always had an affinity for Baltimore, the city. Like I said, I was a big fan of Homicide and The Corner, which was all set there. And then this show just took it to the next level. And I love crab cakes. As people who know me know that's one of my favorite things in the world. So that's one thing that they're known for. So I remember it was like I would try to tell people about the show, and it was like my Whittles Bay. Like I was just constantly trying to tell anyone who would listen to check the show out. And then a funny thing happened, like I think after the 3rd, maybe was it after the 3rd season? Then all of a sudden people discovered it because they had like a long layover. And then now everybody was like, have you seen The Wire? I'm like, oh God, you're new to this. I'm true to this. So yeah. And I'm shocked I didn't do this in the 1st season, because this is to me, this is my favorite drama of all time. 1 hour drama, this, and then Breaking Bad, which we're going to cover as well. But, it's not about the full run of the show. It's about the pilot. So we're going to talk about this pilot. In the brief history, it said about that this was like a novel approach, like crafting a novel. And I would say that is really good way to put it. Each season felt like a novel. So the beginning was like setting it up as it went along until the crescendo, which was the finale. I'm gonna start off with you, Renee. Being from Maryland, working in Baltimore, when you saw The Wire initially, what was your thoughts about it? From first, let's start off by the standpoint of being in the area.
Well, I can say, like, I'm not from Baltimore, so people from Maryland would say Baltimore is like a separate state in Maryland. That's what most people say. So, but when I worked in Baltimore, and I know, I have friends from Baltimore, so when I visited them or, been to different places in Baltimore, there's parts of The Wire, the show, that it looks like Baltimore. And even there you can see blocks that have maybe one person lives in their row house and the rest of them are boarded up. So it's like a lot of stuff. Even today, you still see it looks like Baltimore. Like they got the set right. So you would think they were somewhere else. It really is Baltimore.
Yeah. And what about I know a lot of the actors are not from there. But what do you think about the way? Do you think they had a good vibe of people that are from there?
I think in general, especially well, I can't think of her name on the show, the light skinned
Snoop.
girl, Snoop. I think her accent is Baltimore. But yeah, so I think overall, like I didn't necessarily. I was in college, not far from Baltimore when I watched The Wire, so I didn't necessarily look for the accents, but yeah, I think the vibe of the people they got right.
Oh, you were in college, so that was like last year, right?
Thank you. Good answer.
All right. Okay, so let's go to you, John. As someone who watched the show when it came out, and your father, talk about your father's relationship to the show as well, yeah.
Man, so I think I watched it a little after it came out. I think when I watched it, either the third season was on or something. I remember that because obviously you're the one who introduced me to the show. Where you're like, yeah, you got to watch it. I don't know if this is before you introduced me to 24, and I think the early memory of this show is watching it and having you explain it to me, and it was so damn much information. And I still remember watching this show, and it's so much information in it that if I was half asleep or something, I'm missing it. It is a lot. You really need to be paying attention to the show. And then once I locked into it, the show was amazing. Couldn't stop watching it. And then just from the lines, the characters, and everything. So about my dad, to this day, he still has this show on repeat. He will fall asleep to this show just playing in the background over and over and over and over and over again. So, and it's actually cool too, because I'll come down, when I was every time I'm at the house or something, when I was staying there, I'll look, oh man, The Wire's on. And then I sit down and watch one of the episodes. Oh, I remember this one. Or I was like, wait, what's this? Oh yeah. And then I'll talk about, the story and all that. And then now lately I watch it, and when I watch it with him, I'm paying real close attention to the characters and how they navigate their situations and everything. And that's what makes this show one of the most well-written shows ever put on TV, So just because of the character dynamics and the variations of characters, there's a lot of things you said, things before, like what this show does is, you said it, you're probably going to mention this, but this show is one of the few shows, if only, that actually gives the variation of Black America, right, from the politicians to the drug dealers to the pro-Black militant hitmen to the crackheads. Up north in NorCal they call them Knocks, to the Knocks, right, and then just the politicians, the corrupt politicians, the teachers, the students, the weird kids, the nerdy Black kids and all that, to the hood Black kids, to the misguided Black kids, to the lost ones. I mean, everything is in here, and it's one of the only shows that does this properly. Right. And, not just some bullshit, narrow-minded interpretation of just junk to make Black people, to push a certain narrative of Black America. This show does it properly, and it's one of the only shows that do that. Honestly, I can't really think of much like that, except maybe some of the newer shows like The Chi or whatever. But like nothing is like this, though. So yeah.
I will say, to add on to what he's saying, is that I always thought that they just got some Black folks together and they just ad-lib, because there's no way those white writers could write all that. Apparently, they said there was very little ad-libbing, that the scripts were pretty much it, that they had studied the culture so much that they had very little ad-libbing to do, which was pretty interesting. I was kind of blown away by when you start hearing the actors talk about it, because a lot of them are not from the Baltimore area. A lot of them from New York. So, which there's a distinct Baltimore accent.
Yeah.
And they started casting more people from the area, so you would hear those accents. One, comes on much later that Renee mentioned, Snoop. She is so Baltimore. Like, yeah, she oozes Baltimore. Like, you wouldn't have to know. You wouldn't have to ask her where she's from.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know. But
Mhm.
she's like in the more like the fourth. I think the fourth season is when she comes in, a
Yeah.
third or fourth season, something like
Mhm.
that. But yeah. So yeah, that's one thing that about the show is that they have a lot of variations of black folks. Because a lot of times when you watch TV shows with black people in it, black people seem to be just the one way that the white writers see them, whereas they did a pretty good job of getting the nuances pretty down pat
Yeah.
of different black people. So let's we're gonna stay the virgins for last, but let's go to let's go to Jen. When did you first see The Wire the first time, and what was your thoughts when you saw it?
I can't remember when I saw it for the first time. It wasn't when it first came out.
Mhm.
But I think somebody recommended it as, hey, if you like this, why aren't you watching this?
Mhm.
And I love what the intro said about this was sort of before what we understood as prestige TV was, how absolutely prestige TV this is. It has all of the hallmarks of it. And I think, it was really funny when I first saw this, and I was reminded of this when I saw the pilot again. The thing that really makes you sort of realize how good this is going to be are the production values. I
Mm.
mean, they soar so fast that without realizing it, you feel so fully immersed in this world for so many different reasons, but that to me stands out. And I know that when I first saw this, I was sort of just beginning to sort of understand that some of the crime shows were worthy of watching, because I'd always been so, what, another crime show? I mean, come on, seriously, what the heck? And it took a little while for someone to convince me to watch this. So
Yeah.
it was a while ago.
Now I'll say this too. Just rewatching the pilot, especially knowing what we know with how the characters are and stuff, they do a great job of establishing McNulty. You understand McNulty's character. They do a great job of establishing, and that's what you want to do in a pilot. And Avon and Stringer and all the different characters, like, they're so vivid right off the bat. You understand their dynamics, how they relate to people, and all of that kind of stuff. And it's so many characters. I don't even know how they do it.
Yeah.
And they keep creating all these characters during the whole run that are fabulous, and they give them their moments. Bubs,
Oh
Kima,
yeah.
just these fantastic characters. And Bunk is one of my favorites. He was, he's so funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Very funny guy. All right, so let's go to the virgins. We're gonna start off with virgin number one, Olaf. So this was your first time seeing it, right?
Yes.
Yes. So what were your thoughts? Just overall, as far as how the story unfolded. Were you able to follow it pretty well?
For me, a little bit to following it at first. It took a few minutes into it before I was like, oh, okay, now I see what it is. But then, like I said, after just a few minutes of it, I was like, oh, okay, I see where it's going now. What they're trying to do and stuff. So yeah, it was a little difficult to figure out at first, but like I said, within a few minutes, I started kind of to understand it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's very dense and there's a lot of information going on. There's a lot of there's a lot of office politics in the show. I was talking to Renee earlier, and I was saying that there's literally a scene where that gave me PTSD, by the way, of Kima is using a typewriter and she's using whiteout. And I just remember back in the day
Oh no.
having to use whiteout on a typewriter. Like John's young, so he probably I don't think we ever used
Oh
one.
yeah, no, I know about typewriters. I
Yeah,
was when they came out. Well, I think my mom had one, and I thought it was cool, but couldn't use it. Like I was
Right.
wanting to use them, but yeah, because no, you ain't wasting my ink. I think I remember. I think I remember
I
you
would-
using one, and grandma. I was like, "Oh, can I do it?" Nah, you ain't wasting my ink. So I couldn't use one. I was hot, and I think one time nobody was around, and then it's just they're cool. So I click it,
Click on it.
and then grandma, what you doing out there, man? And then I probably had to put some white on. But yeah.
Man, I would turn in papers that I had to type, and it'd be white out all over that thing.
Yeah, and it's like, and for some of you know, the whiteout that was the precursor to autocorrect. So
Yeah. Yes.
Right, there's nothing
Yeah,
auto about that.
whiteout is the original analog.
yeah, there you go.
That's the analog technology.
You're right.
But
Yeah, I
you
say
know,
as an author, I would say for me, like I learned on a typewriter. We had to learn typing in school, so we learned on a typewriter. But for me as an author, I always like hearing the click, click, click of the keys on the typeboard of the typewriter.
but the whole scene is her typing a report, right?
Mhm.
But they find a way to make that interesting because it's very like if you just say what it is, it sounds like a slog. But they do a good job of of those scenes. They do a great job of the interplay with the characters that you don't just go, I'm just sitting here watching someone type a report.
Oh, right.
like her and I can't think of the two doofuses cops
Yeah.
that are they're throwing the tennis balls back and forth at each other and
that was straight head knocker cops. They don't want to get in the office. They want to be putting boots to ass. That's them.
Right.
Those are the cops that turn their body cams off.
Right. And they definitely do that a couple times on the show.
Yeah.
Talk about if
But
they had a
it's like
computer.
Yeah, like a lot of the, I guess, older police shows, it's always somebody on a typewriter. If you think about it, so which I love.
Right. All right. What about you, Alan? As this is your first time watching it, what was your overall thoughts?
Oh, first, I actually did not know just in the intro when they mentioned The Corner because my mother was a big fan of The Corner. So I'd watched parts of that. So I didn't even know those were related. So that was really cool to hear. Overall, I think it took me because I had watched it twice. So to really get into it, because there was so much going on to the point where I was trying to kind of figure out like who the main character was. I mean, it seemed obvious when I watched the second time, but the first time they spent so much time on these other characters. I was just like, I'm just going to be in the moment with like these scenes because they were cool. But then I'm like, oh wait, who's like really driving the story? But I had to go back and watch the second time to really get that. But I mean, overall, it was well done. It was, for me, because I knew a lot of the actors from different roles, that was one of the other things, seeing people like, Wendell Pierce and Idris Elba and of course Michael B. Jordan, all these people like, in earlier roles in a show that I've heard about but hadn't seen until this point was also a thing. So all these things were kind of going in my mind, but it was a well done show. And when I watched it the second time, when I saw where they're going, especially towards the end, then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into it. So I'll probably watch the second episode after that. So it took 2 times just to focus, but it was a really well done show.
Baby Michael B. Jordan, by the way, he looked like, it's so funny. He looked like a little kid on there selling drugs. Shame on you, Michael. But yeah, it was pretty cool. A lot of people that went on to be famous, especially Idris Elba, who we all were shocked when we found out he was British. At the time people didn't know. And then also Dominic West, who plays McNulty, is British as well. I was like, what? When I found out he was British, I was like, and he's very British. I mean, well, they're both very British, but yeah, so that was a big surprise.
Was he on Downton Abbey?
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
that I
in
think
the
about it, yeah.
movies. He's in the
Okay,
movies.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that was sorry.
Or
Somebody texted me.
Downtown Abbey, as John calls
Downtown Abbey, yeah, yeah. That's a
Yeah,
little
man,
part.
been hear the end of that one. Yeah, that's gonna stay with me like old luggage.
That's a
Uh,
your big dummy.
Yeah, man.
You goofy.
now, now I'll say this about the show and specifically the pilot. One thing that I really liked about it is that opening scene where, and I vividly remember the opening scene watching it when it aired, where they're talking about the snot boogie. And I remember that scene hooked me right away. I was like, oh, this is a different show right here. Like that. It was just the way that, it's a cop talking to this witness. And, and then I loved like the ending of it. And he's like, if you knew he was going to rob the game, why'd you let him in the game? And the guy goes, this is America. You got to let him play. Oh man,
Yeah, what an opening, right?
Yeah, what a great opening to a show. Like that's how the show opens, with that great dialogue, and the dialogue is fantastic on this show. Also, the theme song as well, which I always loved the song by the Five Blind Boys of Alabama, and every season they actually change it to a different artist. I'll play just a little bit of it. I always thought that this was a terrific theme song to the show. Like it's one of the few shows that I didn't fast forward through the opening credits. I always would, because it seemed like it just got me hyped for the show every time it would come on every week. And I love this theme song, particularly the first season more. I know John was more of a second season. Tom Waits.
But actually listening to it again, this is still amazing. And it's amazing. But all of the seasons had their own like swag to it, right? So and they did a great job, right? They're making them sound different.
Weeds did something like that. They had a song called Little Boxes that was the theme song.
Oh, yeah.
And then they started changing like these alternate versions of it, which was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so let's kind of get into the story of the plot. Basically, the show starts off with there's D'Angelo Barksdale, who is the nephew of Avon Barksdale, who is the drug kingpin, is on trial for a murder that he 100% did. And they have two witnesses that are coming to testify against him in his trial. And the first guy is this poor janitor who's just trying to do the right thing. He is, he's doing his civic duty. He is testifying. He points him out, right? And then they bring in this lady who was a security guard that was there, who totally shocks the DA by saying it wasn't him, it was somebody else. Clearly, she was paid off to not tell, and then it ultimately leads to D'Angelo getting off. And the DA has mud on his face. The judge is pissed. So McNulty, who it wasn't even his case, McNulty is there just to see how it's all going to play out. And he ends up talking to the judge, and he explains to the judge who D'Angelo Barksdale is and who he's connected to. The judge had no idea, and that they were intimidating the witnesses in his court and all of that. And it starts a shitstorm where now he's putting pressure on the police to investigate the Avon Barksdale crew, and everybody's pissed off. And one thing I love about The Wire as well as Homicide is, and Jen, you know what you'll get this as well. Everybody else should get it too. Is when you watch most TV shows like the SVUs and whatever, they're fighting over, like, we want to do this case. We want to be the ones that investigate, right? Homicide in The Wire, the cops are fighting to not do it. They're like, oh, shoot. Like, no, we don't want no more cases to work on.
That seems more realistic.
Right. Because David Simon said that when he would see it on TV shows, he's like, he's a crime reporter. He's there. He says they're not fighting over like jurisdiction and it's our case. They're more saying, no, it's your case. We don't want, they want the clearance rate.
Yeah.
And there's this great scene where Bunk is he goes to an abandoned house and he sees a dead body and he's praying that the guy died of natural causes because he doesn't want to have to investigate if somebody murdered him. And it turns out
that was funny as hell.
And he actually talked to the dead body. He's like, you better be a freaking natural.
You better be a natural. You, what did he say? Like, you dead motherfucker. He was like, damn it. He was like, come on, why you gotta be? I hope it's not a murder. Like, it's just too funny.
Which is no show, as far as I know, did that. That I can think of, where like SVU, they'll be sitting there. Benson will be sitting there like, no, it's our case.
I gotta take
and then New Jersey will be like, no, it's our case. And then they're like tug of war and over the case. Whereas The Wire is like, please take it.
Now,
So
did anybody else notice? Like I said, it's the first time watching it. It's like the F-bomb seemed to fly quite frequent in this show.
Oh yeah, it was HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a little nudity too there.
I'm watching it. Like,
there's some good nudity as well. High quality HBO nudity, the real nudity.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, I was wait. I'm sorry, Renee. I was appalled at those breasts that was on the screen.
Exactly. I was appalled that I couldn't see him in real life. All right. That's it.
But there was a lot of F-bombs aimed at McNulty by his captain, who you can't stand him, but the one that did the two middle fingers, he's like, this one's for your, what do you say, your Irish asshole.
Oh yeah, he goes, this one is for you up your Irish ass. And this one is your thin Irish ass, and this one's going to your eye. You see these?
I kind of felt like when he got up and started to walk out of the room, and he was still flying the double birds. I just felt like that, McNulty should have just turned around and just said, "Okay, I got you," and returned the salute.
Right. Right. And it's so funny about that character. He's really an asshole through and through. And there's some, I won't say it because you guys haven't seen it, but there's some reveals about him as well that's interesting going forward later on in the show. But I'll just tease that out. So it's funny, of all those cops, McNulty and Bunk, they're great cops. Kima is an excellent cop as well. And she works with two knuckleheads, to say the least. And she's clearly the brightest one there. And then you have her boss, Daniels. I think I have, let me see.
Yeah, the great Lance Reddick, rest in peace.
Yeah, Lance Reddick.
I love this character.
Yeah. There's a couple of guys on this list that we haven't seen yet. Omar, who's probably could be the most popular character on the show.
Oh yeah, definitely my favorite.
Yeah, and then you have Clark Peters, who plays Lester Freeman, who's a fantastic character.
Yeah, he's really good. He's probably like the most wise police officer. He's like the freaking Uncle Iroh cop.
Yeah. And the guy rolling on there, Jim True Foss, I hate him. I hate that.
Oh, Prez.
Prez Belushi. Oh, yeah. I can't stand him. He comes a little bit later.
But then he's goofy. Then he low key redeems himself.
Yeah,
but definitely goofy, and that's why the show is incredible because of how serious,
I just realized it says what their salary was per episode. Hilarious. I didn't even notice that.
Wow, I didn't either.
Oh wow, can I get a loan?
Interesting.
What was Brez? Dang, Brez was getting that much? Dang.
Yeah, I wouldn't have given him a dime. But yeah, and then I mean, there's so many great characters. Proposition Joe. There's Prop Joe. Yes.
Prop Joe too. Yeah, I mean Proposition for you.
Oh, there's so many great y'all. I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
I'm jealous of Olaf and Alan because
I know.
there's so many great characters on this show. Oh, there's Brother Malzone, of course, Omar that everybody loves. You know, there's so many great characters on this show that I think that I'm jealous of people who haven't seen it yet. But anyway, we're just talking about the pilot. And you got to see
real quick. Can I say Brother Muzone's line about the most dangerous thing in America?
Yeah, go ahead.
Brother Muzone, right? He's like this militant Nation of Islam type
Played by Michael Potts.
Right? And he goes, "You want to know what the most dangerous thing in America is?" And his partner goes, "What?" He goes, "A nigga with a library card."
Oh, yeah.
Right. You know, I interviewed Michael Potts
yeah.
A few years ago, and I don't want to say something that we talked about because if you haven't seen the show, it's a big spoiler. But I asked him about something he did to a famous character, and he says to this day that he gets people that ask him why he did the thing that he did, and if you watch the show, you know what he did. So you know, so he's a great guy too. I remember I asked him. I used to ask this question all the time for my guests. I would say, wherever you're from, I would say, help a brother out, plan a date for a guy to take a young lady, or if it's a woman, you know. And he's from a small town, and he said, the town I'm from, he said, the Sizzler is probably the best place.
Wow. I used to love Sizzler.
I did too, when I was young, and that was like the place to go was Sizzler.
Yeah.
But
I can say though, for like The Wire, because they had so many characters, they did a good job at, even if you had the main characters, the ones who aren't like the main characters, they still had a good role because you don't forget who they are. So I like, it's not too many shows that I think when they have a lot of characters that do that well, but I think that Wire did that well.
Yeah, I interviewed Bodie. JD Williams played him, the one that's always doing the little spit thing at the.
Oh yeah.
Do with the do-rag.
I hate that part.
Yeah, I interviewed him a few years ago.
The spit is cool. That's what makes him cool. It's like a cool little spit because he does it kind of cool. It's not all sloppy. It's like he's like a sniper with his spit. You know, it lands exactly where he wants to. It's like the old spittoon. It's like the old spittoon. Yeah, it's gross, but his is not gross. He don't make a lot of noise, but he just, it's just all splashed out.
I'm a girl, so it's gross.
Well, he did an interview about, because he was on the show Oz, and so he's from New Jersey, and he did this interview where he said, you know what, this was going into the first season, the show hadn't been on the air, and he wanted to get a feel for how the streets of Baltimore was. So he said one night, I threw on a hoodie. And I just kind of went on the streets, and they were like, "Oh," the people interviewing him said, "Oh, how'd that work out?" He said, "Yeah, that was a mistake." He said, "I barely made it back alive."
Yeah.
But then he said, once the show got popular, and it was popular right away in Baltimore, that he got so much love for being on the show that he could walk the streets because it was like he's a hood celebrity, now that he plays that character. But
hey, brother, hey, yo, Bodie, man, let me see that spit.
He probably got that. But yeah. So all right, so let's go over let's talk about Stringer Bell and Avon Barksdale. Let's start off with you, Jen. You have two characters who are obviously they're similar because they're both in the same drug game, but they have two different ways that they want to go about being in the drug game. So just talk about, from your perspective, Jen, the Stringer Bell, Avon Barksdale.
Well, I think I paid way more attention to Avon, and I think the reason that I did was for some reason I found that like compelling in a way that was different from anything that I had seen before. And I think one of the reasons is he felt like trying to think of a good word for this. He very much felt like the kind of person who would run his gang with an Excel spreadsheet. Like everything was so freaking organized. And
you mean Stringer Bell.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I got them mixed up. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, whoa, that is not Avon.
Everything was just like, like by the damn books, and it just seemed so out of not character, but just out of the ordinary for like a criminal organization. And okay, so then if I go to Avon, then Avon is definitely more, fly by the seat of your pants. Things are a bit more, they're a little bit more as you get stuff, you deal with it in the moment. And it made a really nice dichotomy between the two of them. They definitely ran their businesses so differently.
Now, I went to Jen because I'm setting up a great question.
Oh. Okay.
And I want you guys to think about it. And we'll let the virgins go last. And John gets to go first. So you are now a drug kingpin, John.
Oh.
Are you running it more like Stringer Bell? Are you going to be more of a Avon Barksdale?
Wow.
Man, come on. Anybody who knows me, are you serious? What kind of, you already know. If any, like, come on, a Stringer. That guy plays 5D chess every moment. That's what, that right there is why I love this show. Because that's the first time I've seen a black character like that. That's what you get. And actually, we're kind of going with Jen's talking about, right? There's like I guess it's like a trope about masculinity, right? You have the rogue, the rake, and the refined, right? Of different type of masculinities, right? Modern times, we know mostly about the rogue, right, and kind of the rake, but not necessarily the refined. The refined will be similar to like a James Bond type character. But then he's also like a rake as well, the player type, right?
Yeah.
But James Bond is more refined than anything, right? That's Stringer Bell. Stringer Bell is similar like Gus Fring and Breaking Bad, right? But Stringer is like more down to earth than Gus Fring is. But Stringer is, he's the epitome of dark triad traits, Machiavellianism and all of that. He's just moved people like pawns because he doesn't give single care about anything. He's probably a psychopath. That's basically kind of how he acts. But he's cool though. And that he's like the most dangerous person in the show because of the way he is. And he just outmaneuvers most people. Right. And so looking at a character like him and how the writers did such an amazing job is, those are the type of people who are like Free Ray Ricky Ross and these like some of these kingpins that actually existed that lasted a long time because they weren't just these ruthless gutter people. They used their brains. They're high IQ criminals. They're like the Al Capones, Bumpy Johnson, Chicago 7, Frank Lucas, these type of people, even Escobar, right? These are very high IQ criminals that last a long time, but eventually that shit catches up with you. You never escape. And most of the time, the IRS gets them, whatever. You're going to get got because it's a bunch of people versus you, right? So it doesn't last that long, right? That game, that game ends in 2 routes, right? Dead or jail. Like, that's where that ends up. But, and a lot of times both. You get dead while you're in jail, especially if you snitch. But so anyway, to answer that question, of course, it's Stringer Bell. If you got any type of brain, you run it like Stringer. But then going to Avon, though, just like he's still He's more of the rogue, but Avon is very smart too. When you hear how he's talking to D'Angelo, you know, he's like, "Yo, man, what the hell are you doing?" And he told D'Angelo exactly what type of dude he was. He said, "Yeah, man, he said you got all of these dudes that could have did that." He said, "You get all emotional and everything, and then now you want to act out and lash out like that."
Yeah.
And, you know, you can tell by the end of this show, D'Angelo, he's very smart, but he's not really built like that.
Yeah.
And so Avon had to remind him. And that's where you realize the intelligence of Avon. Avon is just hardcore street gutter, right? So Stringer uses more. Stringer plays chess. He's more manipulative. Avon is kind of straight in your face and alpha male type, you know, so and it's great too. Them people like that run an organization. That's why they were so powerful the way they were, because you had the way that they just set everything up was perfect. But the problem is D'Angelo screwed up their whole thing. Now they own the case. And McNulty figured it, and now it's like, you're like, who the hell is Avon Barksdale? And now because of D'Angelo, he ruined their whole thing. Right? Now we get to why. Yeah, exactly.
He's the catalyst. Now, you know, before I go to Renee and ask her the question, I learned something in this pilot episode that I wish I had known back when I was passing Xerox money, that you got to pour a little coffee on it to get it that right feel.
Dang, all this time.
I know, man. I could have got those Cosmic Force books with my funny money if I just poured some coffee on it.
Man. And now then see, but once you get caught, you're nothing but a damn tourist. Oh, full circle. Then the mongoose is gonna get you.
I was like, I don't think the coffee really works. I think that's some bull.
Right.
Yeah, you stupid. That's what he's saying. Like with D'Angelo, I was like, yo, man, you see the shit? Look at the money. That's the dead president's on it. And even Michael B, right? That ain't no president. What? I'm saying the president. That dead white man gonna be there if he ain't no president. But he was actually right? He wasn't the president. but yeah, there's you know, D'Angelo, that he's smart, right? He's like, look at this money, bro. Like you whoa. It's like it's supposed to be green. Money.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Some bread house. See, that's crackhead shit right there. Like you
not when you pour the coffee on it.
Not when you pour the coffee. Wait, real quick. This reminds me, somebody I knew, right? Used to be a dope fiend back in the day. So she said she would do some crap with the money, similar, but she would take a 20, right? But she would rip off the corner of the 20 and then put it in front of a bunch of ones. So so it looks like it's a stack of 20.
Oh wow.
But it's not. She did that a few times. And then in my head, you know, after she did some foul shit to me, and then after that I was like, you know what? Man, they probably should have got your ass for that.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, it was like you should have got.
She didn't. I bet she didn't put the coffee on it, so that's why.
Nah, that's what happened. Yeah. She got away with it, you know. She probably did put the coffee on it. That's how she got away with it.
Oh, okay.
I liked how he took a knife and just kind of took a knife and cut down the side and kind of. I'm like, yeah, that's what's going to really look like a dollar bill. And you use white paper.
I know, it's not even green paper.
You pour a little bit, you pour coffee on it, and that's supposed to make it look like green money. Dude, unless your coffee is green, that ain't going to change it.
Yeah, he's going to use tea. Freaking matcha or something.
Right.
What do you say? You that MF that's putting out that funny money.
Yo, get him. The white boy right there. Get him.
He should have got his ass whooped though. Come on.
Yeah, he deserved that. He deserved to get snubbed out for that. And then he was like, "Yo, man," he was all he was all nervous. He was coming down off his hit, so he couldn't even stay straight. He was nervous. Then throughout the money, walk off. They look at that. Yo, whoa.
What he did, and that was and when he dropped it, and then he took off running, and he's like, "Oh, get him!" And then he had to go, the white guy, get him. You see some tweaker running through there, get him. And they're like,
Oh, man.
That's
what?
funny.
The white guy. Oh, okay.
Man.
He saved Bubs because Bubs would have got that whooping because he was like, let me do the thing or whatever. Yeah, so yeah,
Man.
I would have continued to let Bubs do it though.
It was, he had to earn his hit, And speaking of that, man, Bubs and them, they're such good actors. The way they do, he's like, nah, man, you gotta let that stretch.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, you do it too much, man. You nodding off, and then they just slowly nod off with the throw. I was like, man, but like Olaf said, he got. I mean, you think a heroin addict, right? An H-head or whatever they was on. At least have a razor blade to cut that paper out. Nah, he had a pocket knife, but it was sharp enough to get the paper though.
Right.
I love. This is not in the pilot, but there's a point where he's teaching the cop. Bubs is teaching the cop how to be a drug addict, so he can go undercover. And he's like, "You got to tap dance on them empties."
Well, yeah, he goes. Yeah, he was like, "Your shoes are too clean. Not your shoes; they're too clean, man. You need to go dance around on some empties." Yeah. I remember he said that to Buzz too. That is one of the funniest lines ever. That right, I think that right there is really what kept cementing me into the show. Is these lines? Bubs is too much, right? Like,
speaking of the lines, it's the only show. They didn't do it in the pilot. It's the only show that I could think of that quotes itself. Before an episode starts, it has a line that it quotes a line from the episode. Like normally it'll be like Plato said blah 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 or Einstein. They literally quote themselves like no what I'm about to say in this episode is what you know,
I did like that.
And a lot of times, once I noticed that, I was always looking forward to that. It made me pay attention to the show. Like, where's the line? Where's the line? Where's the line? Ah, there it is.
Like, they didn't say it. Like, oh, they finally said it.
I love. There's another great line in the episode where he's like, "There you go, giving a fuck when you're not supposed. When it's not your turn."
I mean, there's just quotables all over the place, especially from freaking Bunks. Bunks is way too much.
When he goes, he's like, my wife called me over because there was a mouse in the house, and he was like, well, how'd you get rid of the mouse? He's like, I pulled out my service revolver and I shot him.
Lit his ass up.
I started leaving him out there so the other motherfuckers.
He's like, yeah, one hit my wife's dress shoe, and the other one hit his ass. You use your service weapon to get a mice? Yeah.
I'm sorry. You shoot a mouse. You shoot a like he said it was a field mouse, so it's not very. That wasn't a very big one. You shoot one of them with a 9mm, they ain't gonna be much to clean up.
You got to be a good shot too. That is not an easy shot. To be shooting at mice with a shotgun, Olaf will tell you. With a 9, you need to be, and then with 2, that means that dude's dead eye.
And he probably, knowing Bunk, he was probably drunk.
Yeah. Still got him. Then it's like, and then the other guy was like going, "You shot a mouse with your service revolver." Hell yeah!
That is too man Bunks.
He said that guy over there, my wife was up on something like a cartoon.
Oh Lord.
Hilarious. The dialogue is
the dialogue is next level.
All right, so let's run through this real quick. Renee, we've been on this segment for a while.
Right.
All right, so who are you as your drug kingpin? You can't say neither. Are you more of a Stringer or are you more Avon?
Stringera Balina.
Yeah, Stringer. All right.
Yeah,
all
but
right.
because I'm very detailed. I like spreadsheets. So like Jen was saying, he's like the Excel guy. That would be me.
You know what I would love? I would love to see when you have your meetings with your drug runners. Because you would have like a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, I would.
You would have coffee and the donuts. You probably have the donuts set up like Twin Peaks.
Yes, the line. I love that scene with the donuts. Make sure they're lined up. and it has to be the same kind and the same row.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I can say that. But yeah, I think I'm like Stringer Bell.
All right,
I
Jen,
do,
are
but I
you
like Avon though because
oh,
he's like down. Like both of them are businessmen, and like
right,
Jen said, very different business models. I mean,
right,
it's still a business, even whether legal or not. But it's interesting how both of them were successful, even though they did everything very different.
right, correct. All right, Jen, are you a Avon drug dealer or are you a Stringer?
No, I hate to say it, but I'm definitely going with Avon because if I'm running a drug business,
Mm.
I'm just gonna fly by the seat of my pants and see what happens.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
gangster Jen.
Jen.
Jen is a low key gangster. Oh, what's up? Michael Massenberg is in the house. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Michael, what's going on?
Yeah, he's
Let's
on
just see where the day
Instagram.
takes us.
Yes, I
All
think
right,
Michael.
Jen, I
He's
learned
probably
something
more
new
of a
about
he's
you.
probably more of an Avon Barksdale
Yeah.
drug dealer.
Yeah, Team Avon. Well,
I have a
I
feeling
can't believe we
Michael.
actually are choosing teams for
Yeah.
criminal elements.
Do that team dealer.
All right, so the newbies. Let's start off with you, Olaf. Are you going to be more of the thinking man drug dealer like Stringer, or are you going to be more of the gangster like Avon?
Oh, dude, I'm gangster.
Ah.
I go be Avon and say, you did what? Boom. No.
You know, he has the itchy
You
trigger
did
fingers.
what?
I agree with that.
He gonna be like he's gonna be like, you did what?
It's like, nope.
All right,
See,
and
you
then
need people like that. Actually, you actually see those them soldiers. You need the itchy trigger fingers to just go out there and clean up and clean up. You know.
all right. So what about you, Alan? Are you more of a Stringer drug lord, or are you more of an Avon drug lord?
I gotta go Stringer because that's more toward my personality, just more calm, laid back, but still, has a commanding presence. Because obviously, like everyone said, they're both successful. It's just depends on what approach you like, and I would be more of a Stringer approach.
I can see, I can kind of see Alan walking around the long table of all of his lieutenants with the baseball bat, and then he's like, Marvel or DC, you better answer right.
Oh, come on. We all know that there's only one answer for that.
There's only one right answer.
Yeah, we won't say what that answer is. We'll just say that there's only one.
Especially after the movie I just saw.
Supergirl.
He must have thought it super. I heard it was doo doo.
Yeah, I heard it was. I
heard it had nothing but stains in the underwear.
Oh my
I heard it
goodness.
was not the business.
I mean, actually, Ray was watching and he was like, man, it's been going on for about 40 minutes. Ain't nothing happened. And I went, dang. He has an hour and a half and 35, 40 minutes. Ain't no action. With that weak action they already had, I went, yo. I was like, not cool. I was like, yeah, I've been hearing about it. Sound like something I don't need to watch. But anyway.
All right.
Who'd you
So,
pick, Kinte?
I'm Stringer for sure. Stringer.
Okay.
Just
Stringer.
because I don't know. It's one of those things where you ever watch a movie and they're about to do a heist or something, and you're sitting there like, you're sitting there like, man, if I could actually plan a heist, this is how I would do it.
Yeah.
Like it's good because you don't want to actually do it because then you end up going to prison or dying. But it's kind of good to do the thought exercise. Right. Yeah, prison or dying. Yeah, it's a good thought exercise, And I'm not talking about a THOT exercise. No, it's good to think about it. So you think about if I was a drug kingpin, how would I do it? Like, how would I have my stuff set up and all of that kind of stuff? That's what's so good about being a writer is you can do these thought exercises and not actually do it. You can, So, I've thought about
harder to make characters that are more chaos driven because especially when you are my books are organized in, chapters, subpoints, little sub pieces. And when a character is chaotic, it is really hard not to add in so much detail to what they would do to make it feel organic. So I mean, really, I'm not even saying this as just lip service. Hats off to the writers for creating Avon the way that they did, because it feels so like, yeah, that's exactly what would happen. You know, all these things that aren't thought out. Yeah. I mean, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
See, now
Yeah.
chaos works for me because, see, I was never good at taking notes or keeping things organized or whatever. I just kind of run in, it's like, and throw a bunch of stuff around, and so chaos works for me. I'm good with that.
Olaf,
Yeah.
you and I are never shopping at the same grocery store.
I agree, Jen.
One of us won't be leaving alive.
It's like,
Hilarious.
it's like,
That might be a show in itself, just watching you guys
well,
do that.
Shut up.
the common phrase, if Jen and I went shopping together, would be like, Irv, clean up on aisle 5.
Hilarious.
On aisle 7.
All right, so
no, the soda goes in the cart in this order. You don't
Right.
throw the soda in the cart. What are you doing? Yes.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a nice, fun disaster. I had to be there recording all of that, just laughing. The camera gonna be shaking. Like I gotta turn on that motion stabilizer because the camera gonna be shaking. I'm gonna be laughing too much. I'm like, yeah, somebody else take the camera. This is too funny.
I think we found a new reality show for us, Olaf.
Yeah,
sounds
We'll
good.
make bank on it. We're gonna make bank on it.
yes. All right, so now we're at the point of the show where we are going to have to give our scores. So I'm going to start off with let's start off with John. John, so what?
DS 10, easy. Easiest 10 I've given to anything. Didn't even have to think. I was like, oh, nope, there's another show that's going to get a 10. But this show, I was like, oh, no, this is one of the best shows ever made, ever written because of, like you said it before, Kinte. He was like, this show was like watching TV, like you was looking out of your mirror or something. I mean, out of your window in that environment, and this is what you got. Yeah, it's still told in a, entertaining way, but honestly, if you ever been on the streets in the hood and areas like that, you don't need any entertainment. That's it. There's people like Bubs at every train station. Just go to LA, the Blue Line, and you're gonna see a lot of Bubs. You know what I'm saying? I used to say something like, you want to know the reality of a city, especially in America, you ride the grittiest train line. And just keep riding back and forth. Like I said, Los Angeles to Long Beach, Blue Line. Just ride that thing back and forth. You don't need any TV, any TikTok, nothing. You will be overwhelmingly entertained. So that's kind of what this show is, right? It's just almost like reality in a nutshell. Just so many different characters. And when you break down the psychology, the dark triad traits of a lot of people, Machiavellianism, the predatory backstabbing stuff, the political stuff, the honest people, right? The honest people who get shafted and screwed over. And the people who just want to make it by, people wanting to survive, things like that. Everything is in here. The different variations of different type of police. The knuckleheads, the screw ups, the honest cops. The one and what Bunk says, and Bunks and McNulty said. Bunk says it. Yeah, he good police. Yeah, he good police. They say that a lot, and if Bunk's saying that means you good police. But yeah, this show is easy 10, easy. There's a reason why it stands out, and that's what HBO is known for. And to me, HBO period is just like, that's the epitome of writing and TV. It's just when we look at some of the best shows ever, it's HBO. Like the more raw, gritty. We got other stuff that kind of came out, but it's just hard to beat HBO. I mean, you got The Wire, freaking Game of Thrones, The Sopranos, Chernobyl, Westworld. You got stuff like that. Yeah, Oz. It's just, man, what the hell?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, right. Curb, Entourage. I mean, just heat after heat after heat after heat.
Six in the City.
Six in the City. Yep. And then other stuff kind of falls through. Netflix, used to be dope like that. House of Cards, right?
Yeah.
That was HBO worthy, right? And certain other things are, we got Squid Games, right? But just HBO, if you need gritted, grounded in reality, you get that. And this is one of the most well-written shows. I mean, we could talk about this forever about just the quality of this show. I think Jen said it, right? She was like, oh, this is definitely premium quality, right? It's just what this is. It's like, yeah, this is one of those that's hard to do, and it's not too much like it because it's almost impossible to emulate. So yeah, 10 out of 10 DS, easy.
Nice.
So,
All right. And in our chat, we have my mentor and great family friend Michael Massenberg, and he says that he had asked him, was he a fan of The Wire? We had never talked about it before, and he says, I have the DVD, my favorite of all time.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think, real quick, I think Obama said this was his favorite show too. That was one of something he said that when he was like running or whatever. It was interesting.
yeah. All right, so Jen, no, saving Jen for last. I'm sorry.
All right.
Olaf.
It's like I think I would give it a 44. Oh wait, 4 plus 4, 8. There we go. We'll go with 8. So yeah, I mean it was good. It's like it, like I said, started a little bit hard to follow, and it's like, and then I got into it. I'm like going, yeah, this could turn into something. So that was like I thought it was. The casting was good. The writing was good. That's like I felt it was going. It could be potentially a good show.
And you are a Walking Dead fan. Did you
Yeah.
recognize D'Angelo Barksdale
Yeah.
from The Walking Dead? Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a couple of Walking Dead
Yeah.
people from the show
I
went.
can't
over to
remember
Walking Dead.
names. I saw. I'm like going, oh, I know them.
Yeah. Because remember he was those cannibals were eating him, and he was like, "Hey, I'm already turning. You're eating tainted meat."
Right. Yeah.
I think I didn't get that far.
Oh yeah, no, that was
God, that whole season.
Yeah. All right, so Alan, what's your score?
8 out of 10 for me. So it was, first time watching it. Well, first of 2 times. The amount of characters, interesting characters, realistic dialogue. All that was there. And then me really getting into it, watching it the second time, it was good, solid start for me. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
All right. And Renee.
10 out of 10 for me. I'm like, from the landscape, just either working in Baltimore, knowing people in Baltimore, the accents, how the people were speaking, it stayed true to the, what the drug life in Baltimore is, I think, just because I've seen it. So, because I used to work at a hospital, so it wasn't, you could step outside and see that. So I think just the writing is 100,000 points for me. But Kinte said we're not allowed to go above 10, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This needs a 50 out of 10.
Yeah. Like even just watching the pilot, I'm like, some of the other shows I find myself saying, oh, this is pretty good, but I like some of the other episodes better, but this had me hooked from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I
That
know when I
opening
watched it in
scene,
college,
is pretty great.
watched this episode, and I think I watched it, straight through, and then I watched it again when it, when for the rerun. So yeah.
Yeah, and
one thing I'll say about this pilot is once you watch the whole series and then you go back or the whole season, I'm sorry. And then you go back and watch the pilot, then you realize, wow, they set up a lot in the pilot.
Yeah.
The pilot is very well written, and you really see, like, if you watch the first season, go back and watch the pilot again, and then you'll be like, dang, they set up everything in the pilot. Like,
yeah,
they did a great job. That's like to me, that's an example of a great pilot to do that.
Yeah, and like I was saying earlier with the characters, like there's not one that's just the main character and I forget the others.
Mm-hmm.
I have favorites, among a lot of them. So yeah.
Yeah, even the knock who was running around with the fake money, right? Like he's just you remember him. Like it's little nuanced characters you remember. This, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, Jen.
All right. So two things. First thing is movies make the meal. Well, actually, I'll give you my score first. And Kinte, I apologize because I didn't give you the right score either times.
Oh,
I know. I posted it to his message, and then I was like,
surprise.
"Wait a minute! This is okay. This is the result of taking drugs while you are on a podcast. It's just don't mix the two."
Yeah, on a podcast talking
legal,
about
right?
drugs.
Legal, right?
Yeah, legal, right? It's just anti-nausea meds, but man,
Legal
does it ever play with my head? Okay, so I gave this a 9.5 out of 10. And
All right.
we didn't even talk about the I mean, we talked about the opening theme, but we didn't even talk about the way that the sound editing in this show is. And
Oh man, I messed up. You're right.
I'm a huge sound editing person. Like, you know, I hear it when Foley goes right. I hear it when
Axel
it
Foley?
is- yeah, Axel Foley. That's a different cop show, but yeah, okay. And when it's you know when it's sort of, I mean, just average, like it's okay, but these guys, they get it right every single time. I mean, every single scene is just really well done. So hats off to the people who did the sound design and the sound production on this series, because it really shines. And also, of course, the art direction, because there are places that they do gritty like nobody else does. Gritty, not gritty like, you know, it's weird. There's like a huge difference between post-apocalyptic gritty and like here's a grungy city gritty, and the difference makes the shots. It matters. The graffiti on the walls matter. You know, the boarded up building, things matter. And I really did love it. I really love that. So that was my score, 9.5. And what I made for this is probably something that, unless you have been to Baltimore, you haven't heard of. I went to Baltimore one summer for a class trip, and we were presented with these amazing lemons with peppermint sticks in them. And it is the most unique, both confection and citrus fusion that I have ever had before. It is so regional and so niche to just Baltimore, specifically in the flower market. And I immediately thought of The Wire when I thought of this, because there is practically, other than crab cakes and cod cakes and things like that, there is almost nothing that screams Baltimore like that niche confection.
Wow. Okay.
And mumble sauce. You have to get mumble sauce. I'm not a fan of it, but
the name of
mumble sauce.
Yeah. The name
she
of
likes mumble rap more than she likes mumble sauce.
That's true.
Mumble sauce, I'm gonna be honest, mumble sauce sound like it's not gonna be good.
I don't like it, but in DC they like it. Baltimore they like it. So
yeah, they love it. Your brother loves it. Thomas loves it.
The name of the recipe is called the lemon stick up.
Oh, lemon stick up. Well,
of course it's called stick up. It's Baltimore.
And also there's a peppermint stick straight up. It's the lemon stick up. Yeah.
You know what? I love lemon so much, so that's to be cool for me. Like I eat lemon straight. So yeah, lemon on peppermint, yeah, that works. Lemon works on anything except milk.
You don't think it's gonna work, but the peppermint stick is hollow. And so you like suck the lemon from the inside of the peppermint stick, and it makes this really cool. The best way I can describe it is it's just like it's a sweet and sour, amazing fusion. It's just really good. It's so unique that unless you've actually been to Baltimore, you're probably not going to ever experience that unless somebody like makes it for you and says, hey, here's this thing about Baltimore. I feel the same way about this that I feel about coffee milk from Rhode Island. Well, unless you actually have family from Rhode Island, you don't probably drink coffee milk with the actual coffee syrup and stuff, but it's so good. So like the rest of the country needs to know about it. So there you go.
All right. And for me, come on, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
I loved
easy.
it. I loved it so much, man. It was so good watching it. It made me want to turn into my brother and watch the whole series again. I just, I just think it's a fantastic show and it's so well written, and every beat is like just so good and it's so dense. They make things that are interesting that you just wouldn't think would be interesting. And like I said, if Alan and Olaf continues watching the show, you're gonna be like, I'm jealous because I wish I could watch it again for the first time again.
Yeah.
So it's and there's so many characters. There's so many characters, and they're all like great. Like it's like they had a machine that they just spit out characters that are
Perfect
fantastic,
character.
and
Yeah, good.
gangsters and the cops and it's just crazy. Fredro is on there and he plays a crazy person.
Man. It's just too much here. Wait till you get to what's his name? Clarence, whatever. Clay Davis.
Clay Davis.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's my favorite line. Every time he says it, that's my favorite line.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I always be waiting for him to say it.
Yeah, because this is come out of
Donald Rollins is in like the first and I think second season. Ashley Larry himself.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, he's playing a dramatic character. So this was because he was on The Corner as well. So
that's right. Yeah.
So this is before Chappelle's show. So yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a great TV series, and the pilot I thought holds up since 2002. So all right, so let's go to the score. 47.5. So it actually takes the first place.
Wow. I called it so far. Good.
Yeah, I knew that was happening. And I got to know the other shows that's probably going to beat it.
Just beat it.
Yeah, there's definitely where we got one show on there that's probably going to beat it. But yeah.
That's be interesting.
I don't know. We'll see. Different strokes.
We'll see.
Different. Because it's like they're both amazing in similar but different ways, right? But I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be like, if it's one show on this list that's going to beat it, I'm like, this is going to be it.
Now, next week, we'll be covering the pilot for Curb Your Enthusiasm. Now, this is okay. Technically, there's the pilot, and then there was a movie that a lot of people don't know this. It started out as like a kind of a mockumentary, and it's like an hour and a half or something like that. We're not watching that. We're watching the first episode of the show, which is called The Pants Tent. Because it can throw people off. A lot of people haven't even seen the movie. A lot of people didn't know that it started out as like a little movie and that they made it into a TV show. So, but we're going to be watching the first episode called The Pants Tent, which, is another one of my favorite shows, Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I'll be interested to rewatching that episode as well. And then also, I think only me and Jen have seen this show, The Fall.
Oh, yeah.
The Fall is so goddamn good.
That is good.
It is so good. It is very good. Like it's crack. It's literally crack. It's what The Wire is selling, basically.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Like it's like pretty much after the pilot, at the end of the pilot, you're gonna be like, I must see episode 2. I must see episode 3. Like it's a great show. So and I'm glad. I wanted to find something that maybe we hadn't all seen. So I think you'll definitely want to watch. I think you guys will like the pilot. It starts off maybe a little slow, you might think, but yeah, just trust me, it's crack. It's a highly addictive show, and John would love it. Like John would be loving that show. Like I already know. Like you might even dress up as the main character.
Man, it sounds like I probably it sounds like I might start watching it now, but after watching this The Wire again. I was like, man, I probably need to watch The Wire all the way. Because
Hey, I know one house you can go to and do that.
Right.
I know a house you can go to and watch them all.
I think I know what house you're talking about. I got it in GPS somewhere.
All right, so let's start off with Brother Allen. What can we check you out with, and what do you got planned?
Well, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Search for Carter Comics. Also, you can pick up my newest issue of Damn Tourists at indieplanet.com/Carter-Comics and get a digital copy or order a physical copy. Your choice. Also, I am currently working on the finale to my sci-fi series, Cosmic Force.
Yes.
I'm finished part 2 of 3 with the penciling, which is actually going to be, that's 77 pages just for part 2. Part 1 is already about 55.
Wow.
Part 3 will probably be possibly a little bit shorter because it's getting to like the ending, but I hopefully want to have it done at least by late fall for my up and coming convention, which should be confirmed in the next couple weeks. They still have to like finalize some things, but if all goes well, I can have that new book ready for this show coming up in late October.
Nice. All right, man. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So, John, what can we be on the lookout for you?
Well, yeah, everybody watching the show, you already know what I'm going to shield. But yeah, take it to the West Side. Yeah, check that out. Please check it out. Put a lot of work into it. And I guess I say this now. I guess you can find me on Facebook. I don't really push. I kind of don't like Meta anymore because Cucklebird can go eat a D. But anyway, yeah, I said it. Anyway, though, I'm on Facebook-ish. And then I got to redo my whole Insta that I had for years. And But anyway, so yeah, to check out Take It to the West Side. We put a lot of effort into it. Free on Tubi, $1 per episode on Amazon Prime. Just check it out on Tubi. And like everybody, y'all know what I'm going to say.
Don't skip the ads.
There it is.
Well,
I'm gonna try to next time I have to say it.
Me and Jen, we have a show called Taking It to the North Side.
Yeah.
And you better not skip the ads. We need that bread, you know what I'm saying?
We send someone to your door if you skip the ads.
And it ain't DoorDash.
And it ain't Jehovah's Witnesses either. They're not about to give you no watchtower.
No, but check out Take It to the West Side. I'm very proud of you, John.
Appreciate it. And eventually, we got talks for season 2. So yeah, it's coming.
All right, and I'm gonna invade your set. Me and Renee and Alan, we're gonna invade the set.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool, man. Then we go ahead and interview y'all.
We're gonna be like, we're gonna be sitting there like, no, do that scene over. Do it again.
What's funny is that's gonna be the hologram set, like on some Futurama stuff, because you ain't gonna know where it is. Nope. We too covert, man. We operate like Stringer Bell. It's a decoy spot. You thought you was in there, and it just all falls apart. What happened? Like, I tricked you on some Now You See Me, but better than the third movie.
Oh my God! No, let's not get started with that movie. All right, Olaf, what can we be on the lookout for you?
Well, not much. Like I said, I'm just kind of taking things easy right now, in between stuff. Just kind of hanging out and just being me for a little while. So it's like, and you can follow me on Facebook at Olaf Barbosa, but just don't follow too close because I do get nervous and I do have an itchy trigger finger.
Oh, you asked?
Hey, yeah, that was epic.
That
was good.
I like it.
Hey, was that Magnum Force? That one?
Yeah, it was. Once again.
Blow your head clean off.
I like that. It's really
I was
good.
waiting for that. I was like, you know what? I'm about to change it up.
Yeah, see?
But you know what? In the excitement, I kind of lost track. Was it 3 shots?
I don't know. I got to know.
I thought you were gonna say, did Guido shoot first?
No, I was going with the
Han
Clint
shot first,
Eastwood
man.
reference. I was going with the, in all this excitement, I kind of lost sight. That was old school. I just realized
that was
nobody's even gonna remember that.
Oh no, I remember that was a good line.
Was it 5 shots or was it 6?
You have to think. What do you say? You have to think, punk, or something like that.
You feel lucky?
Punk?
You feel
Yeah.
lucky, punk.
Felt too young, punk.
Anyway, I got to know. You
Not a
mother.
Yeah, no, that's good. I might have to rewatch those.
Oh
It's
yeah,
been
my
forever.
dad always says that. I got to know.
People don't realize though, when you shoot a Magnum, that thing could break your hand.
Yeah, only if you're a wimp,
If you don't hold it right.
Only if you lip-wristed wimp, you be all right.
I'm over here raising my hand.
Yeah, but if you're not
for
prepared
party.
for it, that kick is like crazy. So you got.
Oh yeah, that kick is what makes it fun.
Oh,
You're gonna have sore elbow. Wrist. You might have to ice it up, but you be all right.
Oh, speaking of, just as a side note, before we get to Jen and myself, I talked to Yardley. Was it yesterday? And he's in a shooting contest today. So big shout out, literally, to Yardley, and he said that he would love to come on and chop it up with us.
Oh, nice.
And,
So it's not really
we had
a
a great
shout-out, it's a
conversation,
shootout.
and he asked about everybody. So
Nice.
so
We miss
him
you,
and
Yardley.
Olaf and John, they would have fun because he's like, because they all like gun guys. So
talking all that gun stuff.
yeah, and then he's like, he's shooting at a in contests and stuff. So he's pretty good.
Nice. Is it like 3-gun or something? Or do you know? Do you know what type? Is it 3-gun, pistol, rifle? Do you know what it is?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I didn't ask. See, I didn't even know. See, that shows you how much of a gun guy I'm not. I didn't even know to ask him. I just, because he was saying he's here, he's about to do a match, and then he said something about he was getting his ass kicked, and I was like, "Are you boxing now?" And he was like, "No." He's saying like work was kicking his ass, and the match was something different. But I put them together, like I was like, "Oh man, maybe you should start boxing if you can."
He getting the critical beat
But
down.
no, he was talking about 2 separate ideas. But yeah, big shout out, literally, to Yardley, to our friend Yardley. All right, so Jen, what? Go ahead, Olaf. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, way to go, Yard Dog.
Oh,
yeah, man, good job. Take on the medals.
So Jen, what do we got?
We got Movies Make the Meal. Finally back up again. It's whimsical. It's it's different than it used to be. It doesn't take itself seriously, but I like it. I'm having fun. I forgot all of these quirky, weird recipes that go with stuff. So I'm really having a good time with it.
Oh, and I told him about your black sales thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he thought it was great.
Nice. Yeah, see how it's had a long lasting impact on me. I also, well, I guess I want to shout out a little bit that at some point, maybe in the next week or so, Kinte and I are supposed to do a season 4 autopsy of the From season. And I just since the last episode aired, I have some new theories that I would love to chit chat about. So, and I was going to let my MGM Plus sort of disappear in between From seasons, and then, much like The Wire, although different time, I came across this new show that's called The Westies.
Oh yeah, with J.K. Simmons, right?
Yeah, and it does look intriguing. So, knowing that I like The Wire, I think I'm going to give it a chance.
Isn't it like It's a British show, right?
The Westies? No,
Yeah,
it's
isn't
set in Manhattan.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason that sounds like a British type thing.
Era.
Oh yeah, I always like watching a show with J.K. Simmons, and especially when he's being a douchebag.
J.K. Simmons is one of those
Are
characters.
you rushing or are you dragging?
Do anything.
Are you watching Dragons?
That was funny.
So
Double
that's
it.
what I got going on. What do you got
Okay.
going on, Kinte? What
And then
you?
Renee has said that she would join our this podcast. We're gonna start watching Widow's Bay.
Yeah.
And podcasting on it. So
I didn't want to.
And no, it's not about a woman whose husband died who now has a new boyfriend.
Oh God. She sits on the bay thinking about him.
Right.
If you like From, you
if that's the premise of that show, I would not be watching it.
So we're gonna add you in there, Renee. This is before you had signed on to do it.
Okay, can't wait.
That's exciting. I'm excited. Yay.
Hey, you got the cool picture there. Why it look like you about to hustle with some insurance? You look like you about to push the MLM on me.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I was about to turn into Glengarry Glen Ross. Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers. That is so funny. I love that movie. I love that movie. I could watch that movie.
Street, right?
Huh?
Is that Wolf of Wall Street or
no? That's Glengarry Glen Ross. That's a classic.
Yeah,
that is a talking about a manly men's movie.
Oh, is it like 70s?
No, it came out in what was it? The 90s when that movie came out.
90s.
Damn. I'm gonna tell you who's in the cast. Okay, you tell me if this is a good cast, but you can't say nothing until I say everybody. Okay. Okay, we got Jack Lemmon. We have Alec Baldwin. We have Al Pacino. We have Ed Harris. Wow. We have Jonathan Price. I'm sorry. We have who am I leaving out? Oh, Alan Arkin is in it. We have pre getting canceled. My boy from Usual Suspects, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know I'm leaving somebody out, but it's a fantastic cast, and they're like killing it. It was based on a play by the great David Mamet, and I think they said this has the most profanity ever in a movie or something like that.
Oh yeah, right at my
because they're salesmen, right? And the cast would refer to the movie as "Death of a Fucking Salesman." There's so much profanity in the movie.
That's funny.
But it's really good. It's a great movie, and if you guys haven't seen it, it's a lot of it's all dialogue. So I'm just letting you know, but it's fantastic. And Alec Baldwin comes in and cooks for like, what is it, like 10 minutes or if that?
Yep.
And he has one of the biggest movie stealing scenes ever, where he gives this great monologue that now actors use it to try to get into acting school and stuff. And then part of it is to put the coffee down. Coffee's for closers. He's like, what do you say? He says, he goes, who am I? And then he pulls off his like expensive watch. He's like, this watch is worth more than you made last year. That's who the fuck I am.
There you go. That's perfect.
Like, so gangster.
He
said, you gotta have he pulls out these brass balls. He's like, you gotta have brass balls to sell. He pulls them out like these brass balls. It's a great movie. Terrific movie. But anyway, this is not the Glengarry Glen Ross podcast. You can get me, of course, Kinte Ferguson, and we'll put it up. That's on or I'm sorry, you can get Indie Radio for the show, and at Indie Radio Home on the TikToks. And we'll be back next week with Larry David. All right. You guys have a good one.
All right.
On the next episode of Pilot Season. It's Season Q, Episode 5, and overall Episode 15. We're stepping into a world where everyday situations, small misunderstandings, and social awkwardness can quickly spiral out of control. We're revisiting one of television's most unique comedies, Curb Your Enthusiasm. In the pilot episode, The Pants Tent, Larry David finds himself trying to explain an innocent wardrobe mishap that is completely misunderstood by everyone around him. What should have been a simple moment turns into an uncomfortable chain reaction of awkward conversations, assumptions, and hilarious misunderstandings. Long before cringe comedy became a television genre, there was Curb Your Enthusiasm. A show built around improvisation, uncomfortable situations, and the idea that sometimes our biggest problems are the ones we accidentally create ourselves. We'll discuss Larry David's comedic style, the improvisational performances, the unforgettable moments, and why this series became one of HBO's most beloved comedies. Did this pilot immediately establish the formula that would define the show? Did it create a new style of television comedy? And does this first episode still hold up more than 20 years later? Find out as Pilot Season 2 continues its journey through television history. Right here on Indie Radio.